Okay, this is good. We're getting 1-15, win by 2. Brenda Peddycourt and Kyle VonAhn, I think is how you say his last name. Our ref's not even here yet, so it'll be a second.
Court 6, Lindsay Mattingly, Bobby Cannon, Tim Bonner, and Matt Dyer. Court 6, referee will be Christy Sherrill.
Sorry.
Morning, how's it going?
How's it going today? You? Bill, hello. Alive and well. I don't have a chainsaw in my hand. It's a great day. Yeah. Let's go ahead and quit, Russell. Table. I didn't see where it went. Good morning. Who you playing with?
I finished. Jill and I got beat.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. We lost our first to Isaiah and his partner. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Okay.
And then we won our
Second match?
Yeah, in the region cup.
Okay. Who were you playing then?
2 people from out of town.
There's quite a few out there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he played with his son yesterday. Yeah. Oh, was he?
Or a younger lady. They looked a lot alike.
Yeah. Well, it's all about the experience, right, Reggie? It's just, I sure am enjoying not playing. No, Linda got Jill signed up yesterday, or when the day, yep, signed in the day up, pretty much, because I think it sold out or filled up in a day and a half or something. It was real fast. But we just got through with Bartlesville, and you know, I haven't been playing very much with all the work going on. And I do enjoy it, and I just kind of follow them around. You know, that's what I'm doing. If they,
Sometimes I go, why am I playing tournaments? I love it.
yeah, it can, you know.
Actually, many tournaments I've been actually after mid-stop I came on to quit.
Did you? Yeah. If I got discouraged about my play, I would never play another. You know, but it's just fun to be a part. You know, these are my peeps anymore. Jill, and it really is just a family.
It really is. I love the people. I mean, that's the best part about it.
It really is. But it is. It's just like coming home, you know. After 2.5 years, I know so many folks.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
It's hard to not support all of them, you know. But it really is fun to come to tournaments to watch, you know, because I do learn a lot. I do. You know, you get so much into your rut. And this is what I'm going to do no matter what. And tournaments do help me to think outside the box.
I find I play different in tournaments, which is not good.
Yeah.
You know, situations with me, I mean, not by myself. You know, I play tournaments. It's like
I've had some where it's all good, it's only going to be
I play too conservatively sometimes. I've got extra stuff. I just so mad at myself because I was not playing my game. I played so conservative.
Well, you know, the wind. It's sad that the wind has to play such a factor.
Yeah, but it's the same for
Because
everybody.
even I know, but even you know, even some wind screens would make such
that's
a
true.
difference
Oh, yeah,
here.
definitely. You're right.
It was not near as bad yesterday, but today's just going to, you know, it's going to, everything's going to be determined by the wind. And I know you guys figured that out. You play just a
It
short
really is. I
time,
mean,
and the wind just does so much with the ball, no matter what you try to do.
if it's not steady, if it's gusting,
Right.
then that changes it too.
It's like 1 second it blows, so you hit it as hard as you can, and it barely goes in. The next second it stops, and you hit it, you know, the same way, and it flies wrong. It's really difficult. What I've learned about playing in the wind is you got to be right on the ball. You have to be right there for it.
take the extra step
Yeah, you do.
and watch it a little bit
You
longer.
really do. You know, you have to prepare so much more.
Inside the line. I mean, up the inside.
Yeah.
You have to play a foot or two inside the line on the serve.
Yeah. It is. It's when I'm playing in the wind, because I do primarily play outside. It's fun to hit it way outside and then let the wind carry it back in if you can. You know, because nobody really just they're like, oh, that's out, and so they're not really looking for it.
32.
It's a different game. That's all there is to it.
Ray Pennington, Jeff Smith, Barbara Love, Garrett Ford.
Well, Drew got a silver medal last night, so he sure paid the price. He was really limping around
Hey,
today.
yeah, I wasn't actually looking when he went down.
I wasn't either.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
It was in that court over
Yeah,
there.
it was in the, well, it was in the hole. He wasn't even going for a point or anything. He was walking to get the ball.
Oh, was
we were
he?
through with the point. I had turned around,
Yeah.
and he was going to get the ball, so I turned around and turned back to the line. And when I turned around, he was laying on the ground. So I assumed it was off the edge over there. Maybe he didn't know where to pick it up. I assumed he rolled it, but it's like I never did see what happened.
Yeah.
It wasn't on the point itself.
Well, if he got to the net, I noticed yesterday he played well. But shoot, if I was playing against him yesterday, I'd just lob it on him. But then Jeff is so quick that he can go get all that. Lobbing doesn't, I mean, in 4-0, you don't do a whole lot of lobbing.
I hear too that I didn't think there was any way in the world he'd get to. He got to work on it.
He's got great hands, and it's just getting better and better. It's
I knew it was really draining to get him.
yeah. Well, he absolutely loves it. That's just all there is to it. He loves the game. It's so fun to see him doing something well. After basketball for so long, it just sitting on the bench, watching the side, getting the good Christian award because he's not squeaking and moaning about it. You know, that's all great and good, but man, it's fun to watch him play. He learned a lot about losing, you know, and sitting on the bench. You know,
Sportsmanship's important.
it really, really is. It really has been. You know, he'd go practice and he'd work out, you know, 3 days a week with them, and then go to nationals and sit on the bench. You get to play a little bit here, but when we'd go to the nationals, man, it was. Yeah.
Trying to be a good role model.
It's hard. It's hard, you know, especially as a dad. You know, all I want to do is say, just give him a chance. But you know, Drew would stand in the corner and do this for a 3-point shot. And I go, Drew, you gotta have more than that in basketball. There's no way you're going to play. He goes, well, they're big, and he hadn't grown much, and all these, you know, these kids that he was playing with were 6'4" and up, and already developed.
My son is playing football in junior high. Southwest Christian, Southwest Covenant, and they had a really, really small team, and my son was really, really small for a really small team.
Yeah.
100 pounds or whatever.
Wow.
And they went out and played CHA one time, and they all looked like giants.
Yeah.
Little kids.
Oh, yeah.
And he got, like, he caught, they punted to him, and he caught it. And right after he caught it,
Thanks,
he
Phil.
just got nailed in the chest and turned it straight backwards. And of course, his mom comes out of the stands or comes down the edge of the stand here, and he's not going to answer. You know, and I'm like, what? And after the game, it was like, I don't like to be hit, and I don't like to hit. So, dude, you got the wrong game.
Wrong sport. Well, in basketball's the same way. It's so physical now. I mean, there's only it's hard court and no pads. You know, I mean, those kids would slam to the ground. Golly. But you know, I mean, it was just, come on, you got to do more than clap in the corner to have a 3-point shot. And he got better and better. There's no question. He was a great shooter. But man, the coach was looking for good defense and somebody that's willing to go in there and bang it up a little bit, you know, to try to stop people. And he'd never play, you know, in the middle of the court, but.
Actually, I couldn't hear what he said. I thought he said 10-6.
I did. I rode my 89 GS 500 Suzuki yesterday, and then I rode my 2015 10er A today. Yeah, that 89 GS 500 was, I mean, I got it in 1989. That was, I bought it brand new. Yeah, it was $3,000, and I put a rebuilt engine or a used engine in it, and did most of the work myself, and didn't use Loctite on a couple of the, those screws came out of those bolts, and I was like, well, it's definitely not the oil, and so I just kept riding. Did the exact same thing I did. It did. It lost the oil, and then
Nice. Go get it.
And then I got another engine that, you know, when COVID hit, this guy had it for like
Good job.
$450, and I paid about $300 for it. Yeah, I mean, I've got way more money into that. No. They tell me that, you know, it's like opening a can of worms to try to rebuild stuff. Once you just buy a used one.
Most things in there, either reline or rebore cylinders, it's oversized pistons and all that.
Yeah, they made it sound like you'd spend way more money. You know, with me, I put $1,500 doing all the work for you, and you can go buy a used engine for $350, and it's been a real strong engine. So what do you pick? I mean, it's an '89 bike, but I had to go, you know, get parts from Israel for the side things. But the motors are real common. I mean, lots and lots of bikes. There's thousands and thousands of them made of that that'll fit on that GS 500 89 model. So the one I got was a 94.
CC is it?
500. Yeah. And I'm telling you, when I've got that 1149, I use every bit of it. It's so fast. It's got the 10-ray's got like a touring mode and a sport mode. I never put it in sport mode.
Is it tires spin?
Oh my gosh, it's just it's not like that. It's a heavy bike. It's kind of an enduro, meaning it's a monoshock. It's got it's intended, I think, to be 60% off-road, 40% on.
How heavy is it?
I'm not sure, but it is incredibly heavy. It's very heavy. I would never feel comfortable taking
So
it.
you wouldn't put a beginner on it?
No, not at all. And it's a real tall bike, too. It really is. It's a tall. So I really got the 500 together so I could teach Drew how to ride it, I mean, part of it was I hate to let old things die, but it's a real low to the ground, real lightweight bike. And so I go, and Drew's like, I'm kind of interested in learning. And I'm going, well, unless you are, don't worry about it. My first bike was a TS 75 Suzuki. It was a 76 model, I think. I got it for Christmas, and I've just loved it ever since. Oh my gosh, I was the happiest 14-year-old. She could ride on the street in 14 in those days. Well,
Come on in.
Thanks.
so I went everywhere on the street on that little 75. And then I got a DT 500, and then the third bike I got was this GS 500. So.
We got my son. I was a motorcyclist too in high school. I had 2 different bikes, but my son he could ride around the neighborhood. You know where our neighborhood is.
Yeah.
And, kept it, and then he outgrew it. Sold it to a neighbor. They sold it to another neighbor. I haven't seen it for a while.
But you think it's still going?
Yeah, and that was 20 years ago.
I'm trying to think. I knew a Honda 70, but I'm trying
Maybe
to.
it was a 70.
Yeah, 70
was
was
it a 70
the. It's like the little thing that has the little round seat back here, and then there's a little kind of step-in area in between. That was the Honda 70. Yeah, and there were thousands of them. They were very popular little bike. I don't even think it had a clutch. I think, yeah, it was a 70 most likely.
That had to be what it was.
Yeah. Was it orange?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm almost sure it was
And
a
then
Honda 70.
we got into 4-wheelers.
Okay, and I never did that because they're so easy to flip.
Oh, they are.
Oh my gosh.
My son,
I
was
rode
in
very
DC,
few of those.
and he had a Yamaha, and he took it to some friend's house, and they were out in the field, and he ran right into a stick, and he just came into it. He never told me about it until later. He was older. I said, Mark, it could have been really bad. If you really got in trouble.
Are you guys talking about people on my Facebook Live?
I don't talk about it.
Yeah.
All of my Facebook friends would hear it.
That's good. How do you delete that stuff? You didn't really smash
If
it.
we were talking about you, is it
mainly
okay?
the McAllister. Yeah. But they.
Once it's on the World Wide Web,
We
it's
were
out
talking
there.
about how Grant was a big stud because he's playing hurt.
Yeah.
I think just because our team is about to make it our first, and I think the team we played, their first team was super fast too, so
Like you're gonna keep playing whenever you're ready. You're not gonna wait.
I was a city boy. I went to my cousin's house.
Okay,
In 12, and they were there on farm. And I rode their bike. So I could ride it whenever I wanted to. Just ride it up on the field where I wanted to.
You were the heck out
Pretty
of
much
it.
all I wanted to do.
What was it?
Just a little bitty. It was a small one. I mean, it may have been a 70 or whatever, but just a little dirt bike of some sort. Just threw me out in the field and said, go all you want.
Oh man.
So,
Oh yeah.
anytime cousins didn't want to play or there was a lull or anything, I'd disappear.
Yeah. You can have a lot of fun on a little dirt bike. I forgot about it. I got a CR250. And oh my gosh, you talk about that thing would climb literally that fence. 21 inches of travel in the front, 18 in the back, and I had this buddy that took me to Draper, and we'd just ride at Draper. That's when I was drinking. Yeah, you have to buy a pass, and I think they've restricted a lot of things compared to the way it was when I was 30.
You know, I have a razor and 40. People go, you don't ride a trip? I said, no, I never have.
There's great trails. Oh my gosh, they just go forever. And back in the day, I mean, there was always somebody forging a new one, and so I'd go out there and get lost. You know, it was just so wild, but I had a great time. I mean, for a couple of years, I rode that 250 out there and just tore myself to smithereens. Oh, it's so hard on your body. You know, you'd be riding, you know, and I never ride fast, but just all that trail riding. And then, you know, they were also narrow, and then there was a big old root, so I was constantly getting my foot caught on something, and all that. I had all that stuff, but when you're trying to chase your buddy that's a good rider through all that, to keep from getting lost, right? I'd get up there, and if I didn't stay on him, I'd be like, where the heck am I? But it was great times. I mean, I remember one time driving in, you know, and my buddy was just such a good rider. He had a Kawasaki. It was a KZ, not a KZ, it was the dirt bike. I can't even think of it. Yeah, but he had a 250, and he just went into this ditch, and it was so full of mud, and I tried to follow him. I remember my bike was stuck so much right in the middle of this mud hole that, I mean, it just stood up straight, you know? I just, and then it just stopped. Okay, 4-stroke. Yeah. Is it a dirt bike or was it a street bike? Okay.
But it was a 2-cycle. I know it was.
Was it really?
1511.